Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you're absolutely addicted to the game of basketball like I am, make sure you click that red subscribe button down below and you light up that post notification bell so you do not miss any future content on this channel. But we're here to talk about Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama made his NBA debut last night, well, sort of his NBA Summer League debut, and a lot of quote-unquote basketball fans, quote-unquote NBA fans, very disappointed from Wembanyama's performance last night. Las Vegas Summer League was sold out. J. Cole was at the game. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was there to see Victor Wembanyama play. And a lot of people are saying, or basketball fans on Twitter, just nonsense people on Twitter, Threads, Instagram, you name it, any type of social media, he was not worth the #1 overall pick. He's not a generational talent. He shouldn't have been labeled the most hyped up thing since LeBron James. Calm down. Calm down. I feel because he's labeled as generational, because he is so talented, he has so much natural talent. He's 7'3", he can handle the basketball, he moves fluid out there on the floor. Because he's been so hyped up since like 16, 17 years old, there's a layer on top of him right now with the hype and all these expectations that he has to live up to, that it's like, it's not okay that he has things to work on. The hype layer is are these fans like, no, he can't improve. He's 19 years old, but he was labeled the best thing since LeBron James. He should already be fully developed. He should have went out there and dropped 20 points. When it's okay to struggle early on. This is the Summer League. That's why there is the Summer League. A lot of people are hating on him for saying he looked lost out there. How dare he look lost coming over from France, coming over from a different league, playing with different personnel. The game played differently. Not being able to camp in the paint. It's different. It's different. Everyone adjusts at different times, but obviously he's his first overall pick. People want to see more of an immediate impact, and there are things he has to work on. I'm not making excuses for him. I watched him with the Metropolitans. I watched him when he played for Asvel, Tony Parker's league, when it was the under 18. Thought he played pretty well. Obviously, Chet Holmgren ended up winning the MVP, but the reality is, some fans, they just go out there, they watch the highlights, or they watch the highlights on YouTube, on their phone, on their laptop, and they say, oh shit, this dude's the next Kevin Durant. He's 7'3", 7'4", off the dribble threes. When if you truly watch the games, you knew that was a potential part of his game, shooting the three ball. And he had to be more aware of that last night. 6 threes, but he shot 27% from threes last season with the Metropolitans. He made threes, but he also missed a lot of them. There was a lot of the messing around, sidestep three, let me put that up, and he has decent mechanics. But there were some shots, like a shot that looked, oh, that's one natural motion. Then there was one, he caught it high, kind of hesitated and just shot it. It looked forced. It's okay for him to be nervous. He looked nervous out there on the basketball floor. But I do understand where people are coming from, that he is 7'3". A majority of his shots came from the perimeter, and his shots did not fall. He had that 4-point play at the end. Finished 2 of 13 from the field. He was not very efficient. We're going to be getting into the entire stat line. But I do think Greg Popovich is going to utilize him in a different way than he was utilized in that Summer League game. There was not much action of him rolling to the basket, lob threat opportunities. His game with the Metropolitans was catching the post, turnaround, shot. It wasn't even really bang much in the post. It was face up, mid-range, shoot it. He didn't really get many of those touches the way the offense was ran, but also, I don't know if it was him being lost, not being in the right spot at the right time, but he was at the three-point line. It's weird seeing a 7'3" guy throw it in the post, and then he relocates to the perimeter, just stays out there on the perimeter. So sometimes he was camping too long. But again, the three-point shot, that's going to get better. That's a work in progress. He's a hard worker. He's humble. He knows he needs to get better. He even said he looked lost. So that's going to come with time. But I would be surprised if he's attempting 5 to 6 threes per game in the regular season. I do think he's going to be most likely he's going to be taking those mid-range shots. He does need to develop more of a hook shot game in the post, like I mentioned in my video before, because he's an unorthodox first overall pick, that he's able to handle the basketball. He has the mid-range. He's going to be able to block with both hands. He's pretty damn mobile. He's going to be able to block shots outside on the perimeter. The defense is going to translate faster than probably his skills offensively, because he's shown that he could score off the dribble overseas, but when he gets the mid-range, they attacked his body. They really did attack his body, which did make him feel uncomfortable. And it's not even that his handle's bad. It's like he showed off a good handle, but then he went into traffic. The physicality made his handle go away, and it became sloppy. So he's going to have to learn how to deal with that physicality, or the Spurs are going to have to design an offense that maybe don't be trying to act like Kevin Durant out there. You're not that type of level of player yet. We want you to stay in the post, shoot those followaways, spot up at times, be a lob threat. But there's some plays I'm like, that's just not going to happen again. When he had a really nice move off the dribble, he ended up missing the dunk. He had that very nice block on Brandon Miller outside on the perimeter. He did a really good job running in transition. He runs very well. And Dominic Barlow, who's a solid player, he's been playing well in the summer league, should have threw the hit ahead. He should have threw an outlet pass to Victor Wembanyama. So that's 2 points there. The missed dunk. So he could have had 13 last night. Still wouldn't have been a crazy performance. So his shots weren't falling. So that's still a work in progress. I believe in the mid-range more than the 3-point. He did just straight up miss that layup at the end of the game. I wonder if a lot of it was nerves. It's crazy to say because when it comes to narratives and when it comes to just you loving basketball, you want these first overall picks, these just quote-unquote generational talents to just work out right away when that's just not the reality sometimes. He's 19 years old. He has a good situation around him. He's going to be playing with different personnel of Trey Jones, Jeremy Sohan. It's going to be a totally different offense. Keldon Johnson, the way things are going to be designed. They're going to be designing plays around his strengths. They're not going to be playing up throughout his weaknesses. I don't think they're dumb. I think they're going to realize, yeah, we're not letting this kid shoot 6 or 7 threes per game. But we did see the ability off the dribble. After a very good defensive play on Kai Jones, but he did have his welcome to the NBA moment. He got absolutely dunked on. It's gonna happen. He just got bitched there. It's gonna happen by an Embiid. It's gonna happen. So he had that very nice defense play on Kai Jones. He ended up with 5 blocks last night. Good stray hands of fundamental defense, and he had 4 fouls. You have 10 fouls in the summer league. He picked up the basketball, put it between his legs, very swiftly just went down the floor and made a beautiful dime. He had nice plays that he was able to get into the mid-range area and find his guys cutting. A couple plays his teammates did sell, so he could have had 5 assists as well. He had made a very nice read. Dominic Barlow tried to do the reverse layup, didn't fall, and then another one of his teammates off of probably his best dime of the night. They were not able to execute. So sometimes there was inconsistent lateral quickness on the defense side of the basketball. But it's just we're critiquing everything because we expect so much from him. And I know we want him to perform at the highest level possible right away. But some guys just develop at different times. And again, if you truly watch him with the Metropolitans, he was 27% three-point shooter. He wasn't going to look like Kevin Durant right off the bat. But he made his free throws. He shows that he does have solid touch and it's very unorthodox. His routine that he kept it, no dribble. But it's fallen from the free throw line. So I don't have a problem with that at all. But they're attacking his body. His 3-point shot wasn't falling, but again, it is one game. His first time playing in a real live setting up against other opponents with these guys. There's so much pressure. It's okay to feel pressure, especially in your first game. We'll see the next game. I'm really interested to see how he responds his second game. I feel like that's going to be a true test for him. But again, it's normal to struggle in summer league. I'm going to pull up some notable guys that struggled in summer league. But I know the comments are going to be like, well, you can't compare Wembanyama to these guys because Wembanyama is supposed to be the next thing since LeBron James. But Trae Young in Summer League averaged 15.1 points per game, 2.1 rebounds, 5.7 assists, but shot 30% from the field. Chris Paul, number 1 overall pick. Were they calling him a bust after this? I don't know. I wasn't around. But in Summer League, 11.7 points per game, 5.2 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 37% from the field. Chris Middleton, obviously different expectations for him coming out. But he's a damn NBA champion now. He hit clutch shots, 7.1 points, 3 rebounds, 0.5 assists, 38% from the field in Summer League. Karl Anthony Towns, first overall pick, 12.8 points, 7.2 rebounds, 2.0 assists, 39.6% from the field. And I wanted to pull something up as well. I'm a Knicks fan. I've been very high and low. Again, Wembanyama, the expectations is he's better than this player. But RJ Barrett was so bad his first Summer League game. And let's keep in mind that he was playing in the playoffs with the Metropolitans. There's a part that he could be gassed. He's been playing nonstop basketball for a good amount of time. So there could be a fatigue factor. I'm not trying to make excuses, but the dude is 7'3", 7'4". There has to be some type of fatigue factor. But I'm a Knicks fan. I've seen Kevin Knox ball out. led rookies in points in NBA Summer League. But I actually went through the rookies that have led NBA Summer League in points per game, and here they are, dating back to 2004. You have Al Jefferson. He ended up being a solid player, 18 points per game. 2005, 2006. You have Ike Diago, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He played with the Knicks for a short amount of time, especially in preseason. 18.4 points per game. Next year after that, I'll put the graphic on the screen. Randy Foye, 24.8 points per game. Marco Bellinelli, 25 points per game. Some of these guys ended up being solid players, but like it's summer league. Jared Bayless, 29.8 points per game. Marcus Thornton averaged 20 points per game. John Wall, okay, you expect that, number one pick. Damian Lillard. CJ McCollum averaged 21 points per game, but his rookie year, he averaged 5 points. Like something's come later. Jordan McRae, 21 points per game. Allen Williams, 20.5 points per game. Chris Dunn averaged 24 points per game, but he was one of the biggest liabilities on the floor offensively in some seasons. He was pretty much just a defense player most of his career. Donovan Mitchell went off 28 points per game. Kevin Knox, 21.3 points per game. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 24.3 points per game. Cam Thomas, 27 points per game. We know we can get buckets. Keegan Murray. But this rookie, the rookie points per game leader so far, though? Never even heard of him, probably. Hunter Tyson, 21 points per game. So far, he's the rookie leader when it comes to points per game in the Summer League. I hope what you take from this is that he still found a way to impact the game, blocking 5 shots, distributing the ball. But I do understand that it's like you want more than that from the number 1 overall pick. But it's his first game, and the reality is we knew his three-point shot was going to have to improve. He wasn't getting those touches in the post of shooting those followaways. It could have been on him. Sometimes he probably was lost and maybe wasn't in the right spot at the right time when it came to certain actions being run. But let's calm down. Let's calm down. Let's see what he looks like at least halfway through his rookie year, out of his rookie year. He's humble. He's going to put in the work. And I feel like he has the right people around him. But obviously, full picture side of things, you hope he has a better performance than 9 points. 5 blocks is impressive. Did have 3 turnovers. A lot of them came off of physicality of the body when he's driving mid-range. 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 4-4 from the free throw line, 1 of 6 from 3, but 2 of 13 overall in 27 minutes. Missed an easy dunk, missed an easy layup. Like some of these points, the opportunity when it came to Barlow throwing it ahead, he honestly could have had more points, but at the end of the day, he missed the layup. But I'm telling you, he's not missing that layup again. I'd be really shocked if he misses that layup again. I think he'll be fine. Peace out, y'all.